Hello, hello. Okay, this is Mrs. Ehis Kitchen, but today Mr. Ehis is the one in the kitchen. We are bringing you how to prepare ogbono soup. Right there is our ogbono. We have our ogbono right there. We want to make something different. We have our onion. I said something different, so we are making ogbono bitter leaf soup. All right, bitter leaf as a vegetable. We have our seasoning cube there. We have our salt right there. Okay, we have our fish, dry fish, dry fish. Take note, Mrs. Is also sell fish if you want to buy. We have our isam, we call it periwinkle too. We have our palm oil, red palm oil. All right, so we have our crayfish, crayfish. We have crayfish blended and non-blended crayfish right there. We have our meats, part of the meat there. We have our blended pepper. You can decide to use dry, grinded, or blended. All right, we have our meat stock for those of us that have meat stock. Okay, so this is the process. We put our pepper inside the water while it's boiling. Please, one secret: always make sure your pot is boiling when you are cooking a draw soup or ogbono soup in particular. Make sure that your pot is boiling before you add anything into it. All right. Okay, we add our pepper. Now, this is the pattern I'm using. We put our palm oil inside the ogbono. Somebody will say, what, Mr. Ace, what do you want to do with it? I'll show you what I want to do with it. Okay, because if your meat is not that soft when you steam, you add it early. So I'm adding my meat early, and it also helps for taste too. So I'm adding it early so that it will cook along with the soup. All right, added my meat. Now bring in, I'll add my ogbono that is inside that I put oil inside. I'll add it, put it inside the pot. Put it inside a rubber plate, not a broken plate, please, so that you don't break your plate. Put it inside the pot. And why I'm doing this is because I want the ogbono to melt. All the seed, all the blended seed and all that, everything will dissolve. All right, so I'll cover it. Now, I didn't cover it too much. Look at it, it's dissolving, but not totally dissolved yet. Okay, so I will still allow it to stay in that pot. Some persons use hot water for their own. Some persons can just put hot water. Some persons can just put the ogbono inside the boiling water. But me, I don't want to do it that way today. I want to make something different and something different pattern. All right, so as you can see, it has dissolved. So I'll bring it out. Then I add my stock. I add my meat stock. I'll make it to the level I want the soup to be. Now, my pot is boiling, like I said. The soup you can see that everything is boiling. Before I add my crayfish, both the blended and the non-blended crayfish, I add it inside. Okay, so I add my onion while the pot is boiling. Add my onion. I always add something when the pot is boiling. That is for ogbono soup. I add my isam, the periwinkle. These things also make the soup rich. When you're eating, you have some things to fall back to even before you eat your meat. That's what the periwinkle, the fish, and it makes the soup rich. Okay. You can ask any question while you are watching. You can ask any question. Please share, comment, and like this video. Thank you. Wow. You can see that what is happening there inside the pot. Everything is mixing together. Okay, now I'll add my bolo. Look at how good my bolo looks now. Because of oil and the little heat I heated it, everything has dissolved. Now you don't need to start fighting your pot to dissolve your ogbono. Everything is settled already inside that plate before adding it inside the pot. Okay, I add my seasoner. I will now add my fish. Now, as you see the pot now, you can see that everything is getting ready. I'll add my fish. I'm adding the fish late so that the fish will not scatter inside the soup. So that it will not scatter inside the soup. And if you look at this fish, I actually scattered it a little so that when you are eating, if you are using gari, you are using fufu, you can have some certain things that can join your swallow per go. Uh-huh. You don't just swallow your soup, then when you later start eating your fish, no. As you are eating, there are some obstacles that will still be there, that will be there for you to play with while eating. That's why I scattered the fish a little. All right. So everybody have their own way of doing it, but this is the special way Mr. Ace prepares his own Ogbono soup. You can see what is happening now in that pot. The fish we have to blend along with the pot, with the things inside the pot. You can see my periwinkle is still showing his face, the fish showing his face, their faces, and all that to make the soup look fine and sweet. Okay, so add our salt. Now, I used to add my salt late when it comes to draw soup. I don't add it early. Some persons can add theirs early, but me, I add it late when I'm about dropping the soup. By then, I must have tested and see that everything is okay before I add the salt. Because remember, I added stock, I added fish. All those things, they also have salts in them. And draw soup does not need too much salt. You can see the little salt I added. Okay, so my pot, look at how nice the pot is looking. Now can taste now before adding our bitter leaf. Remember, I told you that we're adding bitter leaf to this soup, washed bitter leaf. So everything is okay and everything is good. So we can now prepare to add our bitter leaf. You allow the bitter leaf to boil. You don't turn it immediately, you add it. You don't turn it immediately, you add it. You put it, leave it to boil a little before you turn. I don't know why, but I think that is how we were taught when I was growing up. That if you put it immediately and turn it, the soup will bitter. So you allow the bitter leaf to boil a little before you turn. And this is what we finally realized. Look at it, look at our soup. Wow. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. You just have to taste the soup, like seriously. You can invite us to your house to prepare something like this for you, Sha, if you want. Wow. And this is our final results. Okay, we've got finally. All right, you can like, comment, and share this video. Please share this video so that Mr. His soup will go viral. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you.